Welcome everyone to Ambedkar Public School computer classes. So today we will discuss about charts and different types of charts. So what is a chart? Chart is an pictorial representation of data which is used to see comparisons, pattern and trends in the data. Suppose your data is in a tabular form and you want the data in a pictorial form. Pictorial form means in the form of a picture. So to evaluate or to compare the data, to compare the different types of data present in the table. So Excel provides us with a variety of charts. So the first chart is, we will study about column chart. So first of all, we can see here, this is called, we know this is an y-axis, this is called x-axis. So we are comparing, we are comparing these three items, that is rice, wheat, maize. These are called legends. This is called x-axis. This is called titles. So first of all, coming to this part, that is column chart. The column chart uses vertical bars or a column. See, column means like this, vertical bars. Vertical bars are called columns. So the name came from there only. It uses the vertical bars or columns to display the values over different categories and is used to show variations in value over time. Now next is bar chart. What is bar chart? Bar chart is similar to a column chart except it uses horizontal bars. Horizontal means, like, suppose this is vertical bar. If the chart is like this, this will be called as horizontal bar chart, or is horizontal chart. So now line chart, all the data will be compared in the form of a line. A line chart shows trends and variations in data over time using a line. So the name comes from that line only, the line chart. It displays a series of points that are connected over time. Pie charts displays the contribution of each value to the total. So now this pie chart we are studying. What is pie chart? A chart which displays the contribution of each value to the total. It is very useful to display information when you want to represent different parts of the whole or the percentage of the total. Now coming to the parts of the chart. First of all is chart area. So what is chart area? It includes all the areas and the object in a chart. All the areas and the object are included in the chart area. Now category wise axis, we know the horizontal axis is called as x-axis and the vertical axis is called as y-axis. This is the vertical axis, this is called y-axis, and this is the horizontal axis. This is also known as x-axis. Now coming to the next part, value axis. It is known as y-axis, which is a vertical axis, and category axis means this is the x-axis is called the category axis, and the value axis is known as the y-axis. Now coming to the next part, that is data series. They are the bars, slices or other elements that represent the data value. So data series represents the data values. Now category names, they are the labels which are displayed on the x and the y-axis. Plot area, this is a window within a chart area which contains the actual chart, plotted data, data series, category and axis value, etc. Now legend, it depicts the color, pattern or symbol assigned to a data series. Now coming to the next part, that is creating a basic chart. How you can create the basic. Suppose this is your data. So first of all, what you have to do, you have to click on the insert, and from the chart group you have to click on the column button to create column chart. You will be presented with a list of different styles of the column chart. See here, it has been displayed. If you want to display column chart, this is your option. If you want to create line chart, this is your option. If you want to pie chart. So where we can find these options, you have to click on insert, then you have to go to the chart group. Now click on the first icon in the 2D column segment, and this will create the chart. You may click and drag to move the chart to a different location of the sheet. So this is the chart, and this will this is the data, and the chart will get formed. Now to change the chart layout, so how can we change? Select the design tab. Now locate the chart layouts group, click the more arrow, then to view all your layout options, click on the layout to select it. Now to change the chart style, we have to select the design tab, locate the chart style group, click on more arrow to view all your styles options. So these are all the styles of your chart. You can select one of them. Now to move the chart to the different worksheets, you have to select the design tab, click the move chart command. A dialog box appears. The current location of the chart is selected. Select the desired location of the chart, and your chart will move to that place. This is the move chart option C. Now coming to the next part, that is pivot table. So it is a powerful tool for consolidating, summarizing and presenting the data. So open your original spreadsheet and remove any blank rows or columns. Make sure each column has a heading, as it will carry over to the field list. Make sure your cells are properly formatted for the data type. Highlight your data range. So now select the insert tab, then select the pivot table button from the tables groups, select pivot table from the list. The create pivot table dialog box appears. See, this is the create pivot table dialog box. It appears. Then double click your table or range value, select the radio button for the new worksheet and click on OK. See, this is the radio button. See, this is the radio button, and after that you have to click on OK. A new worksheet opens. A new worksheet opens with a blank pivot table. You will see the field from our source spreadsheet were carried over to the pivot table fields. This is the click and drag an item from the pivot table field list down to the row label quadrant. The left side of your Excel spreadsheet should show a row for each predeceased value. You should also see the check mark appears next to the field selected by the user. See, here is the place where you can drop the data. Now next step is to ask what you would like to know about the selected item. I will drag the next field from the pivot table field list to the column label quadrant. This will provide an additional column for each field. Note that you won't see any numerical data. Now to see the count for each field, one needs to drag the same field to the values quadrant. In this case Excel determined I want a count on the salary. If you want to count on the salary, I could double click the entry and choose another field settings. Excel has also added grand totals. Now goal seek, it is a feature that allows you to alter the data used in formula in order to find out what is the result will be. So here we can alter the data used in the formula. It tells you what inputs you need to give in order to get the certain output. For example, you want the result of 1256 from the multiplication of two numbers. So what you have to do? You have to select the data tab, locate the data tool groups, click the what if analysis command. A list of 3 options appears. Select goal seek. A small dialog box appears. See here, you can select the goal seek option. Dialog box appears. Now select the cells that you want to set a specific value. In this example, we want to set a D3 as cell value. Insert the cursor to the next field, then enter a value. See, cursor to the next field, then enter a value which you want to get. This in this example 1256. See, we have entered another value, that is in D3. In case of 1290, we are inserting in 1256 value over here. Insert the cursor in the next field. Select the cell that you want to change. This will the cell that tries various inputs values. This is the example selected in B3. See, then click on OK. The new value appears on B3 cell and the output changes from 1920 to 1256. So for this output, what changes do you want? You have to change this value from this 44, I think, yes, 48 to it has changed into 34. This is all about this chapter. We will solve all the exercise questions answer in our next class. Thank you.